What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Cruel Santino, or formerly known as Santi, due to some copyright issues with some other dude, or formerly known as Ozzy B. God damn, Santi got a lot of names. Jesus Christ. But that's beyond the point. So on this video, we're going to be talking about Santi and his pretty much life up to today. And after that, I'm going to talk about some tracks that I actually enjoy by Santi and why you should check it out too. So for a heads up, I'm going to be referring to Cruel Santino as Santi throughout most of the video, since that's how most people got first introduced to Santi. So we're just going to keep it consistent throughout the video. So Santi was born on June 3rd, 1992 in the country of Nigeria, West Africa. If you don't know, I'm going to put a little map for my geography people. His real name is Osayaba Andrew Eyes Iyamu. Growing up, Santi was listening to artists like Tupac and DMX, like the heck's gonna get too hurt. Since there wasn't much music available with like easy access, since this is before the streaming services, so there were just hard CDs around in Nigeria, so he got his hand on those tracks and those artists. At a young age, Santi grew up listening to his father's records, but in a GQ interview, he stated that Drake's Thank Me Later album was the reason that pushed him to become a musician, because Drake's album embodied singing and rap that at that time was very ambitious. And Santi can see himself that, hey, you don't have to box yourself in as an artist or as a rapper. But at the age of 10, Santi first started off in acting in his school plays. And then eventually he started to get into rap at the age of 16, taking it professionally. But he moved to Dubai and hopefully never met Ray Hush Puppy, because we know how that story go. And if you don't know, you better check out, because we don't want Santi disappearing by the FBI like Ray Hush Puppy. But 3 years later, after he started to take music serious, he released his first project, Is Cruel Santino, in 2011. That album received great positive reviews, and it even landed him in 2012 a Nokia ambassador position for their campaign Don't Break the Beat in Nigeria, alongside rappers Phenom and Muna. And during that same time, even Wizkid said that Santi was one of the best rappers in all of Nigeria. Man had really good foresight. Following a successful 2011 debut mixtape from Diaries of a Loner, Santi, or at the time Ozzy B, released his second project called Birth of Santi. And during that same time, Santi felt that the Ozzy B persona couldn't fully express his artistry because he was confined into just rapping. So he got rid of that persona, and that's when Santi emerged. Yes, Santi is a Nigerian artist at heart, but he is also a part of the Altai Cruise movement, which is an alternative scene in Nigeria where creatives come together to express themselves. And the movement takes inspiration from all different types of genres across the globe, like R&B to dancehall to pop to indie and hip-hop, just to name a few. And in 2016, Santi followed up his successful 2013 project with Susie's Funeral, and it has a couple of songs that are identifiable by us, such as Gangsta Fear, when he's like, Gangsta Fear, and he shine like chandelier. Oh well, that was a Dunsi's part, but that joke was fire. And with the Susie's Funeral project, it actually put Santi on the map now for being a respected artist, even more now because he has now international exposure with a wider range of audience and fans. In a GQ interview, Santi actually said the viral song Gangsta Fear was actually taped in his community in Nigeria, and you can see that little girl and she dancing. Oh, it's mad nice. It gives the whole aesthetic for the whole video, and then just the ending too, so I see why it went viral. And then 3 years later, he finally followed it up with his latest project, Mandy in the Jungle, on May 17, 2019. And I'm pretty sure that's the project that most of us actually know best by Senti, with like key songs like Raw Dinner, Demon Hearts, Rapid Fire. You can't forget that. Rapid Fire AA. Now we gear up for another anticipated album by Senti. He talked about it on his Can't Flog Nut interview after his performance, talking about, it's gonna be the best one yet, and I believe it. Take your time, but speed it up. And on his Instagram page, he's been teasing it a little bit on his stories, with showing us his computer with the different songs for the upcoming albums, with artists such as Coffee and Gus Stapleton. And now we even got probably a single off the album with End of the Wicked. So he's just teasing it, building that anticipation, and now we just have to wait for what's in store for Senti. And that's it for the life of Senti so far. And now we're going to get into the portion of the video where I'm going to talk about some of my favorite tracks by Senti, or Cruel Santino. Yeah, so we all know Rapid Fire, but the Rapid Fire Boiler Room performance by Senti made me really want to see this guy live now. Because when he was like, Rapid Fire, and yeah, when he just like turned his studio single into his own like live rendition, I'm just like, bro, this is lit. Because some artists live can't do that, but like Senti just made it a whole vibe. And then just the whole video, how everyone's just coming together and just seeing that black energy and love, everyone's just feeling it. I have to go and see Senti live. And then there's Gangsta Fear, the viral song. It's pretty standard, everyone pretty much enjoys it when they heard it, but it's just a vibe. It's pretty much a vibe. That's all I gotta say about it. So if you haven't heard it yet, definitely check out the music video first, and then you can add it to your playlist or whatever you gotta do. And now this one's a sleeper, Settle Down. It's pretty overlooked on the Manny the Jungle project, but I actually enjoyed it. It didn't hit me the first time I listened to it, but once I went through the album again, I was like, this is kind of fire. Just like the beat and how it just hit, like the bass on it. That's a move right there. You gotta check that one out, Settle Down. And then we got one of my favorite, because it has one of my other favorite Nigerian artists, Kidda Kud's Raw Dinner. I think Kidda had the best part on it, in my opinion. He's talking about, beat it up like a drama. Yo, what is that? Get it, what you really want. Like that whole verse was fuego. And then too, he has the music video for it. And also he has the movie short that he made also for it, because it was kind of long. So he realized that people probably aren't going to be watching all of it. So he condensed it into a music video also. So check that out. And then this next tune, not much people heard of it since Senti's featured on the song, and then the artist whose song it is isn't that famous, which is kind of funny because his name is Famous Music, and it's a song called Bati, the remix, and it's a sample off Nelly and Kelly Rowland's Dilemma song. Bro, this joke is heat. You just play it, like you got a little ting, you just playing it, it's a whole vibe. You're gonna catch a vibe off of that song. And Senti, in my opinion, got the best part in it. So yeah, definitely check out Bati. But it's only on SoundCloud and YouTube currently, because I guess they got hit with a copyright strike, because it's not on Spotify anymore. And then there was his latest single, End of the Wicked. Like the music video or animation for it, it was kind of weird. It had that girl from The Conjuring, the nun. It was a little spooky, but just like the song and just the building up from following him on Instagram, you can see him teasing it for so long, people dancing to it. It just gave it more life to the track. So when it did come out, you felt more a part of the insider group pretty much, who was streaming it, dancing to it, putting it on their stories the whole time. So that was great marketing by Senti. And he even have a billboard in Times Square on Spotify for that song. So good job to him. Yeah, and if you reach to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, and also comment below which artists would you like for me to do a video on next. Because if you follow me on Instagram at Lloyd Knows _podcast, I have a podcast called The Healthy Music Diet, podcast where I talk about all different type of genres of music, artists, news, and the slogan goes, expanding your music palette one track at a time. Also, don't forget to destroy that subscribe button. I wasn't going to try to be cheesy or nothing. So yeah, destroy that. Make sure you put on that notification, go ring the bell, so you can stay up to date with any videos or any notifications I have for you guys. So thanks again for watching the video. Later.